Here's a video on filleting brown trout here on Lake Ontario. People have asked us how to do it right, how to prepare it so it's best for table fare. Take a look at this brown right here. You'll notice that the base of the gill is cut right here. One of the things we do when browns first come in the boat is we nip them right here across the base of the gill, and we put them head first in half a pail of water. And you just bat them on the head a little bit. You don't want to kill the fish, you just want to knock them out. What that'll do, heart will continue to beat. It's kind of gross, but it's the way it is. It'll pump the blood out of them, and it'll keep the meat clean, and it's better for table fare. When you put them on the table, put them head first to your left, and then what I'm going to do is take a short blade knife, and I'm going to pop it in right here, and I'm going to cut down through the belly section and around the back fin on the underside of the fish. We're going to come right down the same manner here, and we're going to pick it up. We're going to saw that through. Now we're going to cut that off. Now the second thing I do is I'm going to take what's inside, especially if he's been on the feed. In this case, these browns are feeding on gobies primarily, and I'm going to clean that stuff so that basically that fish is 100% clean at this stage of the game. Now we're going to take a 9-inch blade, 10-inch blade, something in that neighborhood, and we're going to cut into the backbone. The reason that we turn them that way, remember I said put them head first in this direction? Now when we cut the belly fat out, the belly's always facing you on the table. That's important because the first fillet should be belly towards the person who's doing the cutting, because it's a lot easier to track the backbone when the other side is still attached. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to walk down along the backbone, sawing gently with the blade. Notice how nice and orange that fillet is. Those are browns that are on the feed. When you want browns for table fare, you want to keep the small chunks, or what we call the footballs, because that's the way the fillet is going to look. It's going to be perfect. The skinny fish that are long, or what we call creek trout, they've just come out, they haven't started to feed. The bone structure is going to be very thick. The skin is going to be leathery, and the meat's going to be white. I'm going to tell you that those are not as good eating as these fish that are bright orange. That's what the fillet looks like when it's done. Now we get to the critical point of taking care of these fillets, and that is, how do we prepare them for table fare? Here's what we do each and every day for our customers here on Lake Ontario. We're going to take this fillet right here, we're going to turn it sideways. We're going to take a really sharp knife, we're going to lay in against the rib bones, and we're going to trim it down. We're going to drop that in just like so. We're going to drop that down, and we're going to skin that away at an angle so that eventually what we're going to end up with is a fillet that looks like that, nice and clean. Now if you're